Welcome to Clean Cooking with Candace. Today we are going to make some really delicious Italian food. We are making stuffed jumbo shells with a pesto ricotta, and we're even going to use some jarred marinara sauce. So it's a little bit time consuming, but it doesn't get any easier than this. So let's get started. All we're going to need today is a box of our jumbo shells. And it's best if you can find whole wheat. I could not, and maybe you can find some chickpea shells or something like that. That would be best. I couldn't find them for this video's purpose, so I just went with the white. It's not gonna hurt to eat white pasta every great once in a while. And I got some jarred marinara just to show how easy this can be, as well as being compliant and healthy. And as I usually make my own marinara, but this time I wanted to pick up some jarred, and at Aldi of all places, their organic basil marinara is oil-free. So that is amazing to find in a jarred spaghetti sauce. And I've already went ahead and made our pesto ricotta, and that is made with great white northern beans. So it is gonna be a bean filling. So where do you get your protein? From this ricotta, word. So, are y'all ready to eat? Let's start putting this thing together. So, if you notice, I've got 2 pans here. Normally, it's just one, but I'm actually going out of town next week on business, and before I go out of town, I always make my husband some freezer meals. If I don't leave him food in the freezer, all he's gonna end up eating are some mass-produced fig bars and some peanut butter toast. So I like to make sure that he's gonna be well-fed while I'm away. And it doesn't take me any longer to make 2 pans versus 1. So what we're gonna do is crack this open. Okay, we're just gonna dump a little bit into the bottom of both of our pans and just kind of squish that around. You don't even need, a spoon or a knife or anything about it. You just want the bottom of the pan to be coated so that your pasta doesn't stick to the bottom, and it kind of has this boiling effect on the bottom. So you're gonna cook your pasta shells to al dente, and my instructions on these said to cook for between 14 and 15 minutes. I cooked my shells for around 12 minutes, so that's about 2 to 3 minutes beforehand, and they are al dente. And if I had cooked them all the way, like I did last time I made this recipe, your shells are just gonna fall apart. So all I did last time was I threw all of the pasta in here and I dumped the ricotta on top of it and smeared it around, topped with marinara, and called it a day, because life is just too complicated and too busy to cry over overdone shells. So all you gotta do now, is take some of that delicious ricotta and stuff it inside each of these shells. And that's it. Look how easy that is. And you're just gonna pop that right into that marinara sauce. And that is what we're going to do with every single one of these. So feel free to load them up. This is a great recipe as well, not only for people who are trying to eat whole food, plant-based, or vegan, but also for your meat and dairy counterparts who are curious, but they're not quite ready to take the leap themselves, but they are happy to come over to your house and eat your food. This is one of those recipes that might get them to turn to the light and away from the dark side. So keep that in mind whenever you make this for yourself for the first time, that this is a wonderful and impressive, it looks very impressive recipe for you to share with any family or friends that you have coming over. I really enjoy this because it makes enough to where it will feed, about 6 to 8 adults very comfortably, especially whenever you pair it with a yummy kale salad or a kale Caesar salad. I love making those. So as you can see, we're just gonna go through all of these shells. Take your time. It's not something you have to rush through. And usually I can get this done before my oven heats up. So we're gonna see if we can do that today. Where is it at right now? We gotta heat it up, we gotta preheat it to 350. And right now, oh shit, it's at 300, so I'm not gonna beat it today. That's okay. I can find a way to be a winner a different way today. And sometimes the shells are like stuck one inside the other. Just peel them away very gently and they shouldn't break on you. And again, if they do, no reason to cry over some broken pasta shells. It's pasta, it's not life or death. Really, it's not a big deal. And that's what I really want you to take away from these videos that I share with you, is that whole food plant-based cooking is as complicated or as easy as you want it to be. So if, like my mother-in-law, I think all she eats every single night are rice and bean bowls. I would die if that's all I ate all the time. But she is fine with that. She is fine having her rice, her beans, and all of her healthy, yummy toppings that she puts on that, and maybe a little bit of yum yum sauce for fun. And I think she can eat that like 5 to 7 days a week. I cannot do that. I am lucky enough to where my daytime job, I work from home full time. And because I work from home, it's like I was given an extra hour in my day, right? Because I'm not spending 30 minutes driving to work and I'm not spending 30 minutes driving home from work. So that's an hour of my day that I got back whenever I started working from home full time. And there's the oven. It is preheated, so I need to stop talking and move a little bit quicker. Getting that extra hour back every single day to have time to cook. I cook pretty elaborate meals every day, I'm not gonna lie. And it's kind of embarrassing, but how much time I spend prepping food and thinking about food and meal prepping and all of the things. But honestly, it is what I love to do, and it brings me so much joy. And you know, when my husband or our friends sit down and talk about how delicious the food is and that they go back for seconds or even thirds sometimes, that brings me so much joy. And I hope that it brings you joy as well. So I didn't use quite all of my shells. Actually, I probably could have only done like half of them. But I can totally save these. And I made some tofu bolognese yesterday. Oh, another great recipe that we can just use, dump that over the shells as just regular old pasta. Just chop them up into little bits or pieces and like a deconstructed lasagna, if you will. Oh my God, I'm having so much fun just making shit up. Don't you have fun doing that? So we are all ready to go here. All I'm gonna do is spoon on some marinara sauce, and I'm just gonna use the same exact spoon as my ricotta because I'm about to use all of this marinara anyway. Little marinara over the top of each little shell that we've got going on. So now that we have this ready to go, we are just gonna cover them up with some aluminum foil. And I kept a little extra marinara sauce that I can heat up to put on the side. And now we're just gonna wrap up both of these with some tin foil. Nice and tight, so that'll kind of get the steam on for us, and it's going to help get that pasta from al dente brought up to perfectly done. And that's it. In the oven, 350 for about 30 minutes, and it's gonna be nice and bubbly whenever we get it out. See you in just a few. Okay, we ready to see what our stuffed shells are like? Let's grab them. I'm so excited to see how these are gonna be so bubbly yummy. Let's see. I'm gonna get burned. There we go, okay. Oh, I just got a steam facial for free. It's amazing. Oh my God. Oh, it looks so, so delicious. I wish you could smell this. Oh, look how pretty. I'm so very excited for dinner tonight, and I hope that you are as well. So then these are the ones that I'm going to freeze. So excited, and I know he's gonna be so grateful to have these whenever I'm out of town, and they just look delicious. As a matter of fact, they look so delicious that I just can't wait to dig in and try a bite. I'm probably gonna burn my mouth. So worth it. Oh my God, it's like the ricotta is actual cheese and it's all gooey and melty in there. Ah! My husband always makes fun of me because anytime I serve soup, for example, it's always boiling. And he's like, how are you eating that? And he has to put ice cubes in it. And I'm like, oh, I'm done with my soup by the time he takes his first bite. I love really hot food. Not spicy, hot food. Oh my God. If no one told you this wasn't real ricotta, you would have no idea. It's delicious, it's delectable, it's thick. It is all the things that ricotta is supposed to be and so much more, because you're doing something good for yourself. Thank you so much for cooking with me today. Like and subscribe so that you can be notified whenever I put out even more fun, delicious, healthy recipes so that you don't miss any. I hope you're having as much fun with this as I am. I'm really enjoying bringing all of my excitement to you, eating whole food, plant-based recipes, all the while making ourselves so much healthier than we were before. And if you're new to this way of eating, just stick with it. I promise you, it gets easier and it gets easier and it gets easier. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great night. Stay healthy.